The Book of Adam and Eve, chapters 30 and 31. Chapter 30. After these things, the Most High Power of Israel commanded the angel Gabriel to go down to the garden and say to the cherub who kept it, Behold, the Most High Power has commanded me to come into the garden and to take thence sweet-smelling incense and give it to Adam. Then the angel Gabriel went down by the Most High Power of Israel's order to the garden and told the cherub as the Most High Power had commanded him. All praise. And let me stop right here real quick. Hey, yo, the Archangel Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? In chapter 29, you know what I'm saying? The Most High sent the Archangel Michael, you know what I'm saying, to get certain things for Adam. And now in chapter 30, he's sending Archangel Gabriel. That's why I had to put this picture up. This picture is picture perfect. You heard? Because again, chapter 29, we spoke of Archangel Michael. Chapter 30, the chapter we're reading right now, Archangel Gabriel. All praise. And you got to get excited, y'all. When you hear these accounts, when you hear about the Holy Archangels, you know what I'm saying, helping out the children of Israel, you know what I'm saying? These were the parents of the children of Israel, you know what I'm saying? So the archangels already knew that Adam and Eve, they had to keep a strong eye on them, because even though the offspring from Adam and Eve, one was wicked, one was righteous, but at the end of the day, we had to have had the nations come out of Adam and Eve. All praise. Then the cherub said, Well, and Gabriel went in and took the incense. Hey, yo, look at that. That's beautiful. Because the cherub is also one of the Most High's creations, one of the Most High's angels. You know what I'm saying? He got the holy archangels. He got the cherubs. It's all kind of holy luminaries, you know what I'm saying? And they all have different roles. This cherub, I guess, was the cherub that was guarding the garden. And then, you know what I'm saying, Archangel Gabriel came in and was like, hey, the Most High needs a favor, you know what I'm saying? And the cherub was like, well, go ahead, do what you got to do. Like, get as much as you need. I guess that's what the well was. All praise. Let me just go back so we can get the whole story. You know what I'm saying? Then Archangel Gabriel went down by the Most High Power's order to the garden and told the cherub as the Most High Power had commanded him. Then the cherub said, Well, and Gabriel went in and took the incense. Then the Most High Power of Israel commanded his angel Raphael to go down to the garden and speak to the cherub about some myrrh to give to Adam. And the angel Raphael, hold on real quick, y'all. Before, this is just beautiful. Chapter 30 is starting off so beautiful. Do you know what this is? This was the birth. This was the creation of commerce. You know what I'm saying, of trading, the trading of goods and services. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen with us as man. It happened with the holy archangels. They was the original good traders. You heard? You know what I'm saying? The Most High told Gabriel to go to the garden. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up, negotiate with the cherub. And the cherub said, hey, go ahead, do what you got to do. Same with Archangel Raphael. All praise. And please, let me clear this up. When I say original traders, I'm talking about the original goods traders, you know what I'm saying? Commerce traders, like the trading of goods and services, of products. I'm not talking about the wicked trader that the adversary was, and forever will be. Let's get that straight right now. Then the Most High Power of Israel commanded his angel Raphael to go down to the garden and speak to the cherub about some myrrh to give to Adam. And the angel Raphael went down and told the cherub as the Most High Power had commanded him. And the cherub said, Well, then Raphael went in and took some myrrh. The golden rods were from the Indian Sea, where there are precious stones. The incense was from the eastern border of the garden, and the myrrh from the western border, whence bitterness came upon Adam. And the angels brought these three things to the Most High Power by the tree of life in the garden. Then the Most High said to the angels, "Dip them in the spring of water. Then take them and sprinkle their water over Adam and Eve, that they be a little comforted in their sorrow, and give them to Adam and Eve." And the angels did as the Most High Power had commanded them, and they gave all those things to Adam and Eve on the top of the mountain upon which Satan had placed them, when he sought to make an end of them. And when Adam saw the golden rods, the incense, and the myrrh, he was rejoiced and wept, because he thought that the gold was a token of the kingdom whence he had come, that the incense was a token of the bright light which had been taken from him, and that the myrrh was a token of the sorrow in which he was. All praise. The book of Adam and Eve, chapter 31. And these things the Most High Power said unto Adam, "Thou didst ask of me something from the garden, to be comforted therewith, and I have given these three tokens as a consolation to thee, that thou trust in me and in my covenant with thee. For I will come and save thee, and kings shall bring me when in the flesh gold, incense, and myrrh." And again, y'all, we already know that this is talking about the Most High's only begotten Son, the Son of Man, the Messiah, the Redeemer. The Most High is going to be working through him. You know what I'm saying? Because again, y'all, we got to understand the Most High Power of Israel's power. We have to understand that. He's not finna come as himself. Because if he came as himself, y'all, just his presence alone would more than likely destroy the world. It's just that much. It's just that much power. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High has to work through man in order to get his word across. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think, again, when the Most High Power of Israel was on the top of Mount Sinai, and then the thunderstorms and the thundering and the lightning and the crackling, when the Most High Power was speaking, he was just speaking, bro. And the children of Israel, they couldn't take it. They said, "Listen, Moses, be the spokesman for the Most High, lest his words destroy us." Because literally, the Most High was causing, probably more than likely, and this is just my opinion, all kind of mini earthquakes, you know what I'm saying, within that region of when he was talking on Mount Sinai. More than likely, again, this is the Most High Power of Israel we're talking about. That's why I say this has to be the Son of Man, because the Son of Man is going to be the voice, the body, the power of the Most High, but within a man's form, you know what I'm saying, so that the earth can take it, you know what I'm saying? Because the Most High Power of Israel is like energy that's uncontained, you know what I'm saying? Repeating, "For I will come and save thee, and kings shall bring me when in the flesh gold, incense, and myrrh, gold as a token of my kingdom, incense as a token of my divinity, and myrrh as a token of my sufferings and of my death. But, O Adam, put these by thee in the cave, the gold, that it may shed light over thee by night, the incense, that thou smell its sweet savor, and the myrrh, to comfort thee in thy sorrow." When Adam heard these words from the Most High Power, he worshipped before him. He and Eve worshipped him and gave him thanks, because he had dealt mercifully with them. Then the Most High Power commanded the three angels, Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, each to bring what he had brought and give it to Adam. And they did so one by one. And the Most High Power of Israel commanded Suriel and Salathiel to bear up Adam and Eve and bring them down from the top of the high mountain, and to take them to the cave of treasures. There they laid the gold on the south side of the cave, the incense on the eastern side, and the myrrh on the west side. For the mouth of the cave was on the north side. The angels then comforted Adam and Eve and departed. The gold was 70 rods, the incense 12 pounds, and the myrrh 3 pounds. These remained by Adam in the house of treasures, therefore was it called of concealment. But other interpreters say it was called the cave of treasures, by reason of the bodies of righteous men that were in it. These three things did the Most High Power of Israel give to Adam on the third day after he had come out of the garden, in token of the 3 days the Most High should remain in the heart of the earth. And these three things, as they continue with Adam in the cave, gave him light by night, and by day they gave him a little relief from his sorrow. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, the precious Holy Spirit, Isaac, and all of Israel. Father, I am that I am, and his only begotten Son, the Son of Man, the Redeemer, the Messiah, to finally come and do all the Most High's bidding for him in man form, but with the supernatural on his side. All praise. And let me go back real quick. We have to go back of how much gold and all other kind of goodness Adam was tokened from the Most High Power of Israel, dropped off via the Holy Archangels. But before we do, we have to clap it up for these other two luminaries. I don't know if they're what are they called? I don't know if they're cherubs. I don't know if they're holy archangels, or they're probably just regular angels. I'm not sure. But according to the book of Adam and Eve, chapter 31, it states, and again, some of these chapters, the verses are not numbered, so it's hard to know exactly the verse, but I'm just going to say chapter 31 because I just read that one. But it states, then the Most High Power commanded Suriel and Salathiel to bear up Adam and Eve and bring them down from the top of the high mountain and to take them to the cave of treasures. So again, let's clap it up for these holy luminaries. We'll just call them holy luminaries because that's the general title, you know what I'm saying, of all the Most High's holy, righteous luminaries. They're luminaries, you know what I'm saying? Then you break them down from that to, archangels, cherubs, regular angels, you know what I'm saying? Then the luminaries is the sun and the moon and the stars. But yeah, let's go ahead and clap it up for our brethren, you know what I'm saying, Suriel and Salathiel, you know what I'm saying, for bringing down Adam and Eve from that high top of that mountain. All praise. So yeah, let's go ahead and get down to what the holy archangels gifted Adam and Eve, as it states. Let's go up one chapter. The angels then comforted Adam and Eve and departed. The gold was 70 rods, the incense 12 pounds, and the myrrh 3 pounds. Could you imagine that? 3 pounds of myrrh? You know how good myrrh smells? I have real frankincense and myrrh tree sap, you know what I'm saying, I believe it's from Italy, but I had bought it like a couple years ago. This is a full pound, so it should last me for quite some time. Full pound. Let's take some out real quick. Look at that. It's so legit, it still got tree bark inside the resin stuck. But this is real resin from them trees in Africa. Alright y'all, so I mixed both my Ogaden and Lubansa frankincense up in this glass container, and I'm gonna go ahead and add this myrrh so we can make it complete. Alright y'all, so I put all the myrrh at the top and the frankincense on the bottom. Since the frankincense are more rare, then I'll just use up the myrrh first, and then once we get further down to the frankincense, we'll use the frankincense. You know what I'm saying? That just to smell how ancient You know what I'm saying? Frankincense and myrrh from biblical times smelt when it was burned, that tree sap, that frankincense and myrrh tree sap. And I actually got some, y'all. All praise. Matter of fact, I might show y'all a picture right here. It's like a little glass jar I have. It was all the way full, but you know, over the years I've been burning a little here, a little there. And it just, bro, the smell is, oh my. It's one of the best smells you've ever smelled, you know what I'm saying? Especially the smell of fresh burnt frankincense from a frankincense tree. You know what I'm saying? The frankincense tree sap. Myrrh smells good too, but it's kind of like a funky, like a musty smell, good smell. You know what I'm saying? But frankincense is more like a soap, like a Dove soap, good smell. Like imagine like a Dove soap being burned, but just that good smell. You know what I'm saying? All praise. Now, before we get to the important news I got to share with y'all, because again, as a watchman of the children of Israel, I have to relay all news that I know about, you know what I'm saying? Well, that I could legally relay, you know what I'm saying, to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But before I do, look at this screen. Now, I just so happened to be on Google today, and then you know how Google has like different little pictures, you know, for the Google icon. But look at the icon today, though. What does that look like to the average Joe Schmo? And I had to take a screenshot. I was like, hold up. To the average Joe Schmo, the average Gentile, they'll just look at that like, oh, look at the little cute snake with a little piece of fruit on the top of his head. But to a born again Israelite, that's the high class elite. That's the deep state. You know what I'm saying? Rubbing it in our face like, yeah, we run the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our father is Satan and we run the world. You know what I'm saying? We just got done reading Adam and Eve. How did the adversary come? He came in the form of a serpent. What's on our screen right now? You got a serpent in a little child's animated version with a piece of fruit on his head. Now, I know why they switched it to an orange from an apple, because if it was an apple, then even the average everyday Joe Schmo Gentile would have put two and two together. But just because it's an orange, I bet most of the masses ain't even putting the pieces of the puzzle together. But again, as a born again Israelite, we already know that that's the adversary. That represents the adversary, and that represents the fruit that they gave Eve and the fruit that they're giving the masses right now in the form of internet. And I'm not talking about the righteous way of using the internet, you know what I'm saying, like for reference points and biblical precepts and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying, for the Most High's purpose, or, you know, just to see what's going on as far as the current events of the world. I'm talking about the unrighteous version of using the internet, you know what I'm saying, using it to whack off and using it to watch things that we're not supposed to be watching as born again Israelites. I'll put it like that. All right, so again, like I told y'all in previous videos, that I don't follow a specific Israelite camp or Israelite group or any of that. I just take bits and pieces from each camp and put the pieces of the puzzle together. You heard? Because in this wicked world, you don't know who to believe and who to not believe. You know what I'm saying? But all you can do is use the spirit of discernment, the holy, precious spirit of the power of Israel. With that being said, this is another camp. These are my brothers. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we all follow the core value of trying to follow the power of Israel, even if we use different names to name him. But with that being said, this is Watchmen of Israel. You know what I'm saying? I believe the Baltimore camp or something like that. But this is Brother Naquam. And salute to these brothers, because they be putting in work, bro. They should have way more subscribers than they got right now. But again, living in this Babylonian system, YouTube ain't finna allow, you know, righteous Israelite brothers to be popular. Nah, that's not how the beast system works. We're going to be as unpopular as possible. With that being said, sometimes I watch these brothers, you know what I'm saying, they be putting in work for the ministry. Especially he has something called Monday Night Fire, and then sometimes he be having something called Watchmen Wednesdays, and it's all fire. You know what I'm saying? It's all biblical. But I was watching his Monday Night Fire earlier today. Well, this is yesterday. This is Wednesday, mind you, because when you see this video, it's going to be Thursday. So this is Wednesday or yesterday. So he said, well, he pulled out an article that says President Trump, and again, listen, this is fair use. Before I even start, fair use. This affects my religious beliefs. So I have the right to say what was put in the article in the news because of my religious belief. And with that being said, President Trump is expected to sign an executive order Wednesday instructing all federal agencies to identify civil and criminal authorities available to combat and you know what that word is. I'm not finna say it because I know how YouTube gets and all that goofiness. That's why we got to speak in parables, just like the Son of Man had to speak in parables. Because if you try to say it straight out, then the adversary gets hooked onto it like, oh, there he is. There he is. And then that's when we get in trouble. So we have to speak in parables or code word. You know what I'm saying? Anti boom, 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 including finding ways to deport anti-ish, you know what I'm saying, ish activists who violated laws, the Post has learned. So basically, they're using this as the foundation, y'all. Basically, what this says, summing it up, is that they're going to start labeling hate groups, extreme groups. They're going to bring all that back. You heard? And what's the number one group that the adversary hates the most? You know what I'm saying? It ain't the KKK. It ain't the Proud Boys, because they on their side. No, it's the righteous. It's the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites. Don't be surprised, y'all. Hey, stay on your toes, because with this executive order, it's basically saying it's giving federal agencies the right to shake down brothers on the street corner and pat them down. You know what I'm saying? Before, they didn't really have a reason. We wasn't harming nobody other than probably like a public nuisance, but they didn't have a reason to be able to physically, you know what I'm saying, get into an altercation with us on the street corners. You know what I'm saying? Well, my brothers that be on the street corners, all praise to them and protection to them. But now the cops have a reason to hem them up, to jam them up, to get them in a bad situation. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It starts with, combating anti whatever, but who's the guys that not promote that, but we're saying, hey, they ain't the real people over there in that land. They not the real people. We the real people. You know what I'm saying? Preaching doctrine like that eventually might get us jammed up. Just as a fair warning, you heard? And this is the last thing right here, because the brother was going through news articles, but then in the live chat, there was another brother, you know what I'm saying, salute to this brother, Don Israel. He said the Doomsday Clock has moved 1 second closer to midnight. It's at 89 seconds to midnight. Ooh, did you hear that? 89 seconds to midnight, bruh. So what is that? What's that, 11 seconds left? And if y'all don't know what the Doomsday Clock is, just go on Google or DuckDuckGo and type in Doomsday Clock. It's an actual clock that the elite set up as far as just events that's going on in the world, as far as what's gonna lead up to the day of doom in their eyes. But as we all know, that the day of reckoning, or the day that the Son of Man cracks that sky, no man knows but the Father only. So all they could do is speculate, the Gentiles. But us as Israelites, I believe we gonna get downloaded via the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Around that time. Meanwhile, the Gentiles gonna be scrambling around, not knowing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Not having no kind of guidance besides artificial intelligence. What kind of guidance is that? Hey, with that being said, salute to all the lost sheep of the house of Israel still trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities, and the high holy days, including the Sabbath, every week. If that's you, I salute you. All praise, Israel, keep your head up and your faith strong in spiritual Jacob's trouble, because as we see in these executive orders, again, Jacob's trouble is finna transition from spiritual Jacob's trouble to physical Jacob's trouble. All these small little events are gonna be the building blocks of physical Jacob's trouble, of martial law, of people going ham, people getting sent to FEMA camps. Is coming. Keep your head up and your faith strong, Israel. Shalom.